YouTube, welcome to Cafe Noma and welcome to our reaction to MARILLION. We are going to react to the song Script for a Jester's Tear. This is our first time listening to this song by MARILLION, requested by our patron Martin. Let's get started.
So here I am once more in the playground of a broken hearts. One more experience, one more entry in a diary self-penned. Yet another emotional suicide, overdosed on sentiment and pride. Too late to say I love you, too late to restage the play, abandoning the relics in my playground of yesterday. I'm losing on the swings, I'm losing on the roundabouts, I'm losing on the swings, I'm losing on the roundabouts. Too much, too soon, too far to go, too late to play. The game is on. The game is on.
Finally, the song is over. Good music, well sung, quite intense with strong words in there. But at the end of the day, the game is over, and all he can do is keep imagining in his world of wishful thinking. Can you still say you love me? Can you still say you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Yeah, I mean it's a phase. Certain people who just can't handle their emotions well, definitely they feel this way when they feel distraught. Promises were made earlier that they will get married and she will be showing up in a bridal gown and all that. But things don't often go as planned, not just in relationships, but in life as well. So he's gone solo in the game. Strong words such as emotional suicide, overdose with emotions and pride, something like that. So very strong words used in the song. At the end of the day, it was well written. It wasn't that repetitive, apart from the ending, but that's okay. There was a lot of unique lines before that to illustrate the state of affairs, what happened in the past, what are those promises and things like that. So it felt like it was a play, unfolding on stage like a musical, on stage. So keeping that in mind, I felt the vocalist should have put more emphasis on certain words here and there. It was just like he was going through the motions. Maybe that is what he wanted to illustrate through the song, that I'm just going through the motions now. This is how I feel. I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm distraught, I'm heartbroken. But at the same time, I felt as a vocalist, he should have emphasized certain words more, which would have heightened the experience for the listener, in this case me. It would have definitely made a greater impact how he felt, because he just sang it like he's going through the motions. It was good overall though. I like the guitar coming in. Reminded me so much of Guns N' Roses. I'm sure Guns N' Roses may have come later with their Use Your Illusions 1, the album 1 and 2. So I'm sure that they may have come later with that. But it reminded me a lot of Guns N' Roses because they did that to perfection, Guns N' Roses, on that album. Whether it was November Rain, Estrange, a couple of other songs, even on the early album, Welcome to the Jungle. They had such great songs there where the guitar played such a pivotal role. Of course, when you have a world-class guitarist such as Slash, you might as well make the maximum utilization of that guitarist and of that talent. So I felt Marillion tried to do that, but they left it a little bit too late. It was 5-6 minutes of the song, then the guitar came and tried to do that solo bit and all. It was a bit too late for me, and it was nothing outstanding as such. So I felt there should have been a better balance between the music and the vocals. Overall, it's still a good song. I felt shades of Pink Floyd too in there at points with earlier things. The game is over and all. Yeah, but that echoing thing, rant that Pink Floyd often would go on, and people would love it for some reason. Yeah, so yeah, it's good. Overall good. But give the musicians something to do too.
For me, I felt, the end of it was actually what it made more sense to me when he sings this, can you still say you love me? That actually brought out the emotion out of the singer. The rest of it was all over the place. If I have to talk about emotionally, it was as if he was just doing it, he wasn't feeling it till then, because the end of it, when you hear that, that's the same singer who can do this too. So what was he doing all of that time? The way it is written, I get it, he's trying to build this character and he's giving a build up to it and everything, but at the end, the way he says that desperation from his voice and that need from his voice from this opposite person makes it more appealing than the entire song, rambling about doing talking about everything. First of all, I don't like jesters that are depressed. It's a sad thing that jesters are supposed to be making people, giving people a fun time or making people laugh, and that's how I like them. I don't like depressed jesters because there are all the other people for that too. So you don't need to have another jester that is pretending to be, or rather sour or depressed. I just hate the idea of a jester being a depressed person. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Let somebody who has a bright spirit keep the thing going on. You don't do it because you are not suitable for the role. But it is a new thing that now jesters should be depressed because that is how they have been feeling on the inside, and they don't show that, and now they are finally showing it. We had Mera Naam Joker, in that also by the end of it he had become quite sad and depressed. And so many circus movies and all, even Charlie Chaplin, they show how the comedian or how the jester himself, the Joker himself, feels so sad on the inside, yet they have to perform and entertain people, or maybe for all entertainers, how they feel on the inside. I think the world is filled with all of their drama these days, all the celebrities and all their household stories and their fighting and their relationship problems and everything. It's all over the place, everybody's talking about it and all. It just makes me feel bored now of their stories and their life saga. I just never gets over. This was just another one like that. He keeps on talking about how it is now, I can't leave the stage and this and that, and you're going, and some prince and frog and this and that. All of that didn't make sense. It didn't connect with me, and it wasn't connecting with him either. The whole lyrics, whoever wrote it, I don't know, it just got too lengthy. If he's also trying to get this message across to this person, opposite person, I think what could work was the last bit of it. Can you still say you love me? If you have to stop that person. Otherwise, all of that beginning part until that moment, it does not make sense. The person would have put it off and gone away far away, may have gotten married and may have been on their honeymoon by the time you came to this point where you actually made the emotional appeal. Whether it works or not, that is another story, and you may know it better. But for me, it was way too long and made it, came too late to tell the real point of the song, and that's what was too late. Basically, I like the last bit of it. It really was done well, but I wish that they had made it a shorter song than what it was. Maybe for those music lovers that like something like this lengthy and the whole experience of it, they may like it, but that percentage is very few, and I'm not in that percentage at least. Though it is different from Marillion, whatever we reacted to in the past, a few songs that we have reacted to, it was all about having fun and going for a break, vacation and things like that. Few songs that we reacted to, mainly about vacations and all. This one was on a completely different topic, on the contrast. That's all for this reaction. Thank you for being here.